welcome back to a new video. We are currently on episode 3. Wow, and I've realized that I didn't introduce myself, and so I thought, well, I can do that on episode 3, but to be honest, I don't want to do a normal introduction, so I thought, why not combine that with my personal story of how I fell in love with filmmaking. Okay, so let's do that. So first of all, hi, I'm Lisa and I am from Austria, currently living in Graz, the second biggest city in Austria, but it's pretty small though. And yeah, so how did I fall in love with filmmaking? Well, it's funny how you stumble upon your biggest passion in the most unexpected places. So I fell in love with filmmaking during a trip in, I guess it was Croatia in 2021, and we decided to create a travel film out of that. Well, we didn't have the perfect gear for it, so I had a Nikon D850. So this is an amazing camera for a photographer, but not really for filmmaking. I mean, the footage is pretty nice though, but yeah, the camera wasn't made for filmmaking. And then a few months later, I watched this amazing travel film of my favorite travel filmmaker, Sam Newton. He made such an amazing travel film of Iceland, and I thought, wow, he has a different way of telling stories. So he puts a lot of emotion in his videos, and well, that was so fascinating to me, and that's why I decided to kind of recreate something like that in Malta. I know you can't compare Malta with Iceland, but I also wanted to bring emotion in my storytelling. And yeah, I also shot with my Nikon D850 in Malta. But yeah, it kind of worked. And the video is also on this channel, as well as the video from Croatia. I know they're both not that good. The video of Malta is better than the video of Croatia. But yeah, that was just how I started. I just started with the gear I had, but then I realized, okay, that is something I really want to do in my future. And so I bought my first filmmaking camera, a Sony Alpha A7S3. So yeah, I have this camera, and this is the perfect camera for photography and also for filmmaking. And yeah, this is how I started. And then I finally realized what I really want to do in my life. And yeah, it almost took me 30 years to figure it out. So guys, it's never too late. You can do that. And yeah, so I found out that I really want to be a filmmaker, but not only a filmmaker, I really want to be a travel filmmaker. And so yeah, I used every opportunity to practice and to improve my skills. So every journey I made was, well, a practice journey for me. And I used every opportunity to film and to keep recording footage. So you can already see a few travel films on this channel. For example, my travel film to France, but also to Montenegro. But I still have a lot of footage on my hard drive which didn't made it into a travel film because I don't have enough footage for a whole travel film. But yeah, I feel pretty sorry for that footage because I think it still deserves a spotlight. So yeah, I hope I can create a new travel film as soon as possible. But unfortunately, I don't travel that much at the moment, which is not really helpful when you really want to become a travel filmmaker. But to be honest, we are currently building our third company. So the focus is definitely on the company. And yeah, one thing after another, I guess. And Yeah, but that is also the reason why I am currently documenting my life and doing those cinematic vlogs, because I really know how important it is to keep practicing. And yeah, that is my current focus. And so I'm going to show you footage from my travels to Cyprus, to Greece, to Italy, and also to Slovenia, but also to Montenegro and France. But first of all, I am going to show you where we are currently working on our dreams. So let's come with me to our office. Not every dream starts in a high-rise office or a perfectly aesthetic studio. Sometimes it's a repurposed construction site, a space built for something else, but for now, it's where I plan, edit, and chase the dream. So let's start with the moment where I actually started chasing the dream. Chapter 1: The first stories I made. There are the trips that made it, the ones that turned into stories, like that one summer in South France when creativity felt endless, or the Montenegro trip that somehow made it out of the group chat. To be honest, I had no idea what I was doing with my camera in Montenegro. It was my first travel film with the Sony Alpha 7S III, and I barely understood the right settings, the log profile, or how to color grade. But I kept practicing, and just a year later, I had completely leveled up my skills, and I got to prove it in France. By then, I had mastered shooting in log, using a gimbal, and following the golden rules of filmmaking. It was an incredible journey and a perfect chance to finally let my creativity spark. I loved every second of that trip, and to this day, my France video is still my favorite. But for this one, I tried to show you as much unreleased footage as possible. And then there are the trips which only made it on Instagram. Chapter 2: The Unreleased Adventures. There are so many moments I only ever shared on Instagram. And honestly, that's on me. I was completely focused on Instagram back then, but I've realized that creations fade the moment you post them there. And now all those clips are just sitting on a hard drive, still waiting for the time to shine. Like this incredible footage from my trip to Cyprus, footage that never made it into its own travel film. Though, to be fair, I was actually hired by a friend to shoot a music video for her. My first paid job as a filmmaker, and that meant everything to me. Cyprus was an amazing place to capture the beauty of travel. And then came a little adventure to Slovenia and Italy with another friend. It was totally spontaneous, but since we were both into filmmaking, it became such a valuable experience for me. It was late September, already pretty cold, but that stunning blue hour, unforgettable. Last but not least, Greece in October. Another spontaneous girls' trip, this time with two friends who aren't exactly into filmmaking, but still supported me in capturing those amazing travel moments. not have made a lot of travel films yet, but being surrounded by amazing people and having friends who truly support what I do is such a blessing. And for that, I'm so grateful. It's why I still believe in this dream, why I know I can make it one day. Chapter 3: Who I am. I've already made so many beautiful memories while traveling. Some moments never even made it into a video. But one thing I know for sure, traveling has always sparked my creativity. Traveling has shaped me and my biggest passion, the passion and the love to create films. So, hi, I'm Lisa. And all you need to know about me is that I want to be a filmmaker.